Hello everybody. Um, as I promised on the Facebook, I'm gonna make another video. I'll be getting a lot of questions that has been answered a long time ago, but I'm gonna go a little bit in depth of answering the question. How do you know who is your twin? People continue to ask me because there is a lot of misunderstanding between a relationship that it's similar to the twin flames. And the people think they're misunderstanding that relationship of the twin flames. Twin flames comes in for specific purpose, for specific parts, to show the love, to gain the love, to be with the love. It's not about the love that it's on the physical, sexual love. It's got nothing pretty much to do with it. That is the love in the soul. They don't care if that's fat, skinny, young, old, age gap, or whatever is the situation. But people looking for the directions of how to know who is your twin. Um, I did made a video back in the days. I actually posted it on my Facebook, so that if you haven't really see it, it's right here. It's talking about the connection to God. It's connecting you and your twin flame to look at towards God. There is this a magical part that puts you to be so focused within the religion, you to live within the truth, you to say the truth, you to believe it into the truth, act from the truth, and do the things that usually if you don't have this power of God inside of you, you are definitely not gonna do it. You're not gonna overcome that they may gonna fire you from your job. You're not gonna overcome the what other people think. You're not gonna overcome all the social or the language barriers, whatever it's you need to overcome about your twin, because this is the part, the first part when it gets into how you know who is your twin. It connects you directly to God, and between you and God. That part of the twin comes into you. You become so powerful, so religious. They see the light inside of you, that powerful light that people look into it. Um, the most important part is that light. When you say that you seen that light and you have that light, especially the light that came from me, from my twin to me, there was actually something else happened, which is I'm going to describe it. I described it similar parts in a video before. I'm going to give you that video before it. But what happened is that light, once it's ignited, other people have seen it. They see that something's changed. They see that something is different with you. They see that when you're walking in a room, it's like the room shined all of a sudden. That is the number one reason to know how you met your twin flame. They bring you close to God. Other main thing to know who is your twin. When you say this, your side of the story of how the twin flame comes in and everything, most of the people are gonna say, "Well, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. There is something cuckoo inside of you." They're gonna tell you just go check yourself on the psychiatrist, go figure it out something else. But when you have people that comes in and tells you, I know what's going on between you and her, then the second part, it becomes the truth, because the first part you become a statement, there is no proof. The second part, when somebody else comes in and tells you what's between you and your twin flame, they confirm it. There was a guy who constantly watched me and my twin, what we're going to do. He was constantly wanted to be between me and her just to see that light again, because by accident he ended up when she and I were looking into the eyes and just kind of like getting the daily, hey, you good, you okay, how's everything? And she of course running away because she sees somebody's coming. That guy stand up between me and her. He looked at her, she looked at me, but he was right in the middle between us. And that was that moment when he captured the glimpse of the light between me and her. And he came in later on, and he's like, oh my God, I kind of like understand what's going on between you and him, between her and you. I figured out this thing on it. I kind of like have an idea, and I made it a post before that on the Facebook. So he saw the picture, and the picture that he saw um, was this. So this is the part of the mirror neurons. I will talk to you about this. But he saw this, and he comes in and he's like, I understand everything. And when you have people that comes in and they confirm this part to you, that is another second part that to confirm that you are in a twin flame relationship. So another part of the twin flame relationship was that I told them what I'm gonna do. I told them that I'm gonna be posting stuff on Facebook. This relationship should not be hid. This thing happens to a lot of people, and the information should not be hid from the general public. The people have the rights to know the truth about it. And one of the guy comes in and he was like, man, you're probably gonna get too much famous, maybe you're gonna put us on our story. Well, I put him in the story, so he knows who he is. But they comes in and they say the things that they see. The same guy comes in and he just look above my head. He's like, I don't know what is with you, but you're different. You're like all light up. And this is the part when the others comes in to confirm something about you, what's going on. Back in the days, I was still married when I was ignited with my twin flame. We were going to a financial service together with my ex, and I walked into the office, and the guy is like, they asked my ex, what the hell you do to deal? Look at him, he's all shine, everything is so bright and light when he walks in here. Here's your confirmation. When others see that light inside of your body, out of your vibrations that comes in, then you know you are in an engaged within a soul relationship into. We're talking about when you get engaged with your twin flame. By the way, these quotes, everything there is, it's posted, it's out at my Facebook. If you don't see it in the video, go find it in the Facebook. They're there from the today's date of it. So you can go ahead and search my timeline. You can put it the day, the month, and the year, and you can find the post. I hope that they're gonna keep into it. The empathy begins to be turned on within the twin flames. This is how the one turns the negative side, the other turns the positive side. So there is a two types of empathy: the positive empathy and the negative empathy. When we are fully carried away by the unaware activities of the mirroring neurons, so pay that attention to these mirroring neurons. We are under the trap of negative empathy. The negative empathy generates attachments. Out of this attachment, suffering follows. A lot of the suffering within the twin flame comes into because of those attachments. The attachment to the twin flame, to their body, to the part to be with them, to be about the physical, to be kissing with them, to have a sex with them, whatever the part is, into it. If you focus on that attachment, you're gonna be suffering because you're a negative empathy. You don't have this positive part to let them go, let them figure out their crap. You go ahead and focus into the positive side. Out of this attachment, that suffering follows. Negative empathy is kind of reaction to the situation, where the positive empathy is internal response of peace, love, and tranquility. In positive empathy, your different tranquility, joy, peace, activities, and the neurons of others. Whereas the negative empathy, your mirror neurons are activated by disturbance of others. This is from a study that has been done about the mirroring neurons. I decided to come in and post it here so you guys can know about it. This is why those mirroring neurons, when they activated with the twin and twin flames, they transfer information. And there is a lot of information that can be transferred, and that part is pointed out that if the one cannot go out and do the mission, the other has to go ahead and do it. Usually the information that they both have to present, it's given to the one. So one way or another, the other has to go ahead and do its work. Like for example, she has to go ahead and do her job. She has to evolve from girl to a woman, whatever she needs to do. Marriage, maybe she and I, we were, whatever it needs to do. I'm not going to go into it, what she needs to do. She needs to do what she needs to do. Um, but here is about information about mirroring neurons. Um, you gonna can if you are so focused on that part, you need to know that the mirroring neurons, they are they are firing for a purpose. They're never firing just because of it all of a sudden. Those mirroring neurons, they're very powerful. They're part of the brain that you actually copying information from one individual to another. But during the twin flames, to the regular people, that is the part when someone teach you how to do typewriting, or somebody teach you how to operate machine. Somebody's teaching you how to talk. That is the part of mirroring neurons. You just copy a thing. You become like coffee machine. They tell you move this part here, put it here, heat it up, push it back. You become like a robot. You just copying. Okay. Now this is one way of learning into it. The other way of the learning, okay, between the mirroring neurons, it's acting like two cell phones. They are beaming information from one to another. That is the very powerful, what is also known into the in the twin flame, into the people who works with energy, it's also known as downloads. That is the time when you, the one person, transfer so much amount of information to the other person, and that's how through her all the information they came in from her lights, they came in inside of me. I got all this information done with the knowing about the twin flames. I did not know it just because of it. I did not know this information just because of um, I just went out and studied it. No, it just came through it from her. Um, I did the video on the twin flames, the mirroring neurons. It's out on the YouTube. If you wanted to watch it, the link is posted also on the Facebook. But you can go ahead and search my channel. You can post the mirroring neurons, and you will see the video. It's right there. Um, Switching your brain to the empathic brain, that is the part when it's also known when you have to surrender. That is the part when you actually give up of life, when you give up of the part you to control the parts of your life. You want everything to take its natural course. Usually that is the time when you go to church and you're like hearing the priest that says, surrender your life to God, and you surrender your life to God, but you also turning off the switch of the control, and then the mirror neurons getting activated, and then you begin the path of not what you set it up, what was set up for you. And this is why it's triggering the part of the mirroring neurons. This part comes into realization and is going to help you to understand the part of you are in the twin flames. If you think you're in a twin flames but you haven't seen the lights, there is no soul connection, you just looking at the things, then you might as well better get off of the path of the twin flames, go out, look at the soul, the soulmates, go look at it, some other stuff, but don't engage within the twin flames higher level and get yourself in situations that you can't get out of it, of the self programming into it. Um, just a pretty quick up here. I'm not gonna go through the whole part, but mirroring neurons allow to guess the minds of others, not through conceptual reasons, but through direct simulation. Our brains mirror the state of other people. That part of the state of other people is when you are in close proximity with your twin flame, and they feel that you and them have the same vibrations because the brains vibrates on the same frequency, the same parts. And when the people they look at you and look at your twin, and they comes in is like, what it's with you? I'm looking at her, I'm looking at you, they're the same thing. Then you understand that is the part of the twin flame. If someone comes in and tells you, hey, you look like one thing, what the hell? There is the part. Here's your proof to know who is your twin. Right there. So neuroscience has been discovering the mirroring neurons. They went, they look at it. As I say, I'm not here to do a mirroring neurons. The most people are able to expand their capacity for empathy throughout their lives, especially they configure the perspective taking empathy. Sorry, it's hard for me to talk. By practicing mind attention towards other people, feeling and experiences. Well, when this part of the twin flame it's engaged, the vault individual will try to have this experience to get it, but they are not able to hold on to this high level of energy at the beginning because they are still fighting for the control. And if you and your twin flame are fighting for the control over the connection, that's the reason when you have a lack of information of who you are. And this is why you go in and you try to study to figure out what's wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you. It's 100% biological part. It's something that it's into us. Just what happens is that most of us are not really opening this part of our brains inside of it into. And um, this is the last part that how you're gonna know who is your twin is about something that's called Akashic records. Those are Akashic records. That is a part of information that it's actually it's out in the universe. It's transferred to a one person, then from one person goes to another person, or it is stored within it's locked within the person. When the time comes in, that information is unlocked, and that information then it's released. What happened is those are the vibrational records of your soul journey from the time you first arise from source until you return home. If you're struggling and you're telling yourself, I want to go home, that's the part you want to go home. And that is the part of the soul awakening. But the vibrations that we're talking about within a soul, that's what they do. The vibrations that actually transfer these informations from one person to another. I have that done from my twin to me, and this is how I begin to know everything about a twin flame. I actually begin since that part. I begin to write a quotes, make an articles. I begin very aggressive on making the videos about a twin flame. I had to get it off those records out of me. I had to take it out for the benefits of the society. And as I told before, that she wasn't ready to even join me. She was not even ready to even talk to me. I don't know about her, what she's doing right now, whatever she does, that's her path, that was her things. I don't have to be involved in what she's doing now. She has to figure out her own things, her own situation. If she wants to join me, that is her part. Um, my job, actually, I begin to understand now, was to do what I done, what I did, what I'm continue doing for the twin flames. And those Akashic records, that was information that I never knew. There was no way how I'm gonna get experience about the twin flames with people who are actually, they came to me, they were for 10, 15, 20. I have people with 35, 45 years experience in the twin flames. And that was the part of the beginning that I actually had a post on the Facebook, and just messages, the people are messaging me. Dio, where were you 10 years ago? Where were you 15 years ago? Because we lack in information, we lack in understanding. Just because you don't understand it, that doesn't mean it does not exist. So focus on you. I want you to focus on you. Um, don't focus on what your twin flame does. Don't focus on the part of what your twin flame does right now. Focus on you. If you cannot do with your twin flame, just go ahead and help the other twin flames. Go. There is a out on the Facebook. There is a an open groups. The one of the groups is I am twin flame. You will see it. You will, if you look at it there. They are very good. Um, they are very good groups. They're out and open. Those are the people who doesn't hide about the twin flames. They don't go ahead and be a secret agents. A lot of the twin flames, they're secret agents. They stay low, they stay down, they have information, but they never release it. They never done this. Um, um, so here is the group. That's how it looks like in the Facebook. That's a I am twin flame right here. You can go ahead and see it. And the other group, which is I am twin flame international, that is the other group. That is the people from different country. Some of them are posting stuff there in the different languages. So you can go ahead and you can communicate with those people. You can get more information from those people. But for you, to understand who is your twin flame, you have to dig deep inside of your soul. Once you know it, and there is a confirm from others stuff, the twin between you and a twin flame, it has a story. It has something to do, something that needs to be done over time. If your twin flame doesn't want to be with you, you have to accept it. That is because there is no other choice. Sooner or later, that separation will give the fruits. When the separation exists, that is the time when you look deep inside of you, and this is when the runner actually change himself. They go out to the realization of what happened, while the chaser, he actually stops the obsession, stops the chasing the runner. He stops looking at himself and gets what he needs to get to help to other people. So give yourself advice. Go look deep inside of you as a soul. Go look at the vibrations. Go review everything inside of you and look at it. Some of the things that are really, really parts of the terminated. Are you a twin flame? Who is your twin flame? Thank you so much, guys, and be love.